about this. In 1982, when the Today Show started, the world was so different. The government set the rate of our Australian dollar. It was then worth around 97 US cents. Today, 76.5 US cents. It wasn't until the next year, 1983, our dollar was floated and the market then determined its value. Inflation was also higher, so prices moved up much more quickly then. Don't tell people about that, though. They're about to cop a 20% jump in their electricity and gas prices from July 1. That's Saturday. Now, if you take inflation into account, $1,000 that you had in 1982 would now be worth a little over $3,400. House prices were cheap in 1982. $79,000 average in Sydney, $46,000 in Melbourne, $55,000 in Brisbane. More expensive than Melbourne. Adelaide, $42,000, Perth, $48,000 and Hobart, $40,000. But if you put that $1,000 into the stock market in 1982, you can see its big rise and jump and fall. It'd now be worth close to $12,000 without taking into account dividends those shares would have delivered. There was no Commonwealth Bank on the stock market. It was owned by government. So too were Telstra, Qantas, CSL and Medibank Private. There was no Westpac. It was still the Bank of New South Wales. And in 1982, the National Bank merged with the CBC Bank of Sydney and created NAB. Now, if I told you in 1982 some of the best performing shares in the last financial year would be marijuana companies, you'd have said I was smoking the stuff. But it's true. In the last 12 months since the decision to legalise medicinal marijuana, Ozcan, Can Group, MMJ, Pyrotech and others have been on fire. So there's been a bit of a letdown in the past month or so. They had been overhyped, truth be known. The world has moved on in 35 years. It's true, but time does go by so fast. I should also acknowledge here Michael Pascoe, who did finance for Nine and the Today Show for 18 years before me as well. A great man. Dow Jones down 167 points, $76.8 US cents.